All right, so today we're going to be interviewing David Johnson, date of birth 05/16/1950, born in Fresno, California. And we're going to be asking about his time during serving in the Vietnam War. So, first question is, what side were you fighting on? Obviously, the American. And branch?
U.S. Army.
U.S. Army.
Special Forces and paratrooper.
Awesome. Why did you decide to volunteer to fight?
When I originally volunteered to go to Vietnam, a friend of mine from high school, Louis Ledesma, was also my neighbor across the street. He graduated a year and a half before I did. And he was killed in the Iron Triangle at the 101st. Like I said, Louis was a good friend and a neighbor, and he was killed, and my dad was a paratrooper during the Korean War. So, volunteered my name, and volunteered to go airborne. And it was unusual because when I went in 68, they were allowing privates to go into Special Forces if you placed high enough on your aptitude test, which I did. So I was able to go into Special Forces as a private.
Mm-hmm. What made you want to extend your visit 4 times?
I was good at my job. Our job was to keep Americans alive, and we were good at it.
Mm-hmm.
See, I was lucky when I went to 173rd. The people I was with were Special Forces too. And we had served together in forces. Mm-hmm. So we stayed together, and they used us as a recon team and sniper. And so we were able to go out, and we had a lot more freedom of movement than a lot of your regular infantry would do, because we were responsible to the CG of the unit. I wasn't responsible to a captain. I didn't have a lieutenant over me. And they basically let us work the way we worked with forces.
How old were you when you entered?
17.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then I turned 18, while I was in the Army, because you have to be 18 before you can enter a combat zone.
Yeah.
In fact, that was another thing too about Vietnam. Vietnam, the average age of the average soldier was less than 20 years old of age.
Wow.
Plus Vietnam too, they did a study a few years ago, and the average soldier during World War II and the Korean War, if they were in the service the day the war started and went all the way to the end of the war, during World War II and Korea, they spent an average of 160 to 180 days in combat. Vietnam, era soldier, during his 1 year, averaged 285 days in 1 year.